Big deal.
Raf, I appreciate the time. I know you got a limited window, so we'll jump right in it. This NCAA tournament, I mean, it's been the SEC all season long. If of all the teams getting in, which ones do you think have the most legit Final Four chance to advance, Raf?
Are you talking in SEC now, or just?
Yeah, just jumping right in the SEC. But then we can go to a more macro picture. And who else do you think have the chance?
Yeah, I think the greatest thing for the SEC teams is they'll get away from one another for 2 weeks.
Yeah, good point.
It's been up and down a little bit of late, but I still think Auburn. Obviously the ability of Alabama, if they start guarding a little bit better, I think they're legit. We know Tennessee can guard. I'm a big Florida fan. I mean, I've been watching them lately. When they lost to Georgia, I mean, they can score some points. They put a demand on you that's incredible. But the league is so deep. I don't want to play A&M either because of their defense. It goes on and on. You can get some points during the year. I had them early in the year. They can get it going. I mean, it is awesome, really, the whole texture of that league.
Bill Raftery joining us here on the V Show in for Bobby V. Nick Valvano, Phil Baker filling in with the legend joining us here. Appreciate that. Now, Raf, where are you going to be? Are you going up to the Big East? I know we saw your March Madness schedule. Are you going to be doing some work for Fox this upcoming week?
No, tomorrow night I've got Big East and then Friday for Big Ten. We got Big Ten semis and final on CBS over the weekend.
Okay, so you're a traveling man with that. So that's a perfect place to start with the Big East. Rick Pitino, the story, obviously a lot of eyeballs on him here with the Louisville, Kentucky connections. But, I mean, I haven't seen a 180 in terms of just the perception of an individual. Again, he had to go to Greece for a 7 iota Greece. So it hasn't been an easy crawl. But what can you make of just the story and the resurgence that he and St. John's have had this year?
He's just amazing, as you people in Kentucky know. I mean, he's just an extraordinary coach. Fought through some tough times, obviously, as you recounted there, and he's got a program that's been dying to be successful. So they bought into, his demands or what he wants from the program or expectations, and he wants to play a lot of games in the Garden, so they moved 3 or 4 besides the normal 3 or 4. He's packed that building, and there's an energy now, not only in New York, but in the conference, too, that finally, one of the major markets, when you think Georgetown's been struggling the last few years prior, Cooley's got them going a little bit this year. DePaul's been struggling in New York with St. John's, so you've got the media markets, pretty much the major 3 out of the 6 in the country. And he's got people hot and happy over his team and in a sense, dragging the Big East as well.
Bill Raftery joining us now on the V Show here, coming to you live from Boom Buzz. Bill, I got to get your thoughts on the job Pat Kelsey's done here locally, just named ACC Coach of the Year. I mean, what he's done here locally to galvanize the fan base and to get Louisville back to relevance is incredible. But, I mean, there were other great ACC coaching performances. John Shire at Duke, Brad Burnell at Clemson. Just your thoughts on the job Pat Kelsey's done, and do you think he was worthy of winning the ACC Coach of the Year?
He's been a keeper. Winthrop, we know what he was able to do there. 3 big sacks, NCAA championship bids, a bunch of league regular season titles. The guy can get it done. I mean, obviously, I think he deserves Coach of the Year because the expectations weren't there, as they are at Duke frequently. And Brad's done a great job year in and year out. But, he's put kids together. Hepburn was a real disappointment to Wisconsin when he left. I mean, they didn't that was a major void because of his solid play. Edwards is a kid that's got great numbers. They make threes at a high percentage. It's just extraordinary what he's been able to do, and it's great for that city. As you know, Kentucky basketball is something special, not only to the Commonwealth, but to the rest of the country. It's really delightful to see Louisville back and the building alive, as it should be. It's just, part of the blue of the basketball arena.
Bill Raftery joining us here on the V Show, ESPN 680, 105.7, the ESPN Louisville app. He is a traveling man, so if you turn on a Big East game coming up here or the Big Ten games coming up, you will see him on TV in all his glory for that. I want to switch it up down I-64. You alluded to Rick Pitino's time in Kentucky. They got a new head coach as well in Mark Pope, obviously battling some injuries in the gauntlet that is the SEC. But what do you make of his first year in the conference?
Well, the way he opened up and embraced and was embraced. The people are so happy to have him. It's relaxing, I guess. Cal and the two of them sort of became disenfranchised, I guess. So Cal moves on, and one of their own comes in. As I mentioned, we had him early in the year. He's just a classy kind of a kid. He's fun to be around. He's upbeat. We know he's going to do a great job recruiting, and that rival would be something we're all looking forward to. Kentucky, Louisville, banging one another around a little bit. So, yeah, he's got it going. I mean, give him another year. I'm sure he's going to get more kids in the portal and probably address a few young kids too.
Bill Raftery joining us here on ESPN 680, 105.7, the ESPN Global app. Nick Valvano, Phil Baker. Follow-up, you talked about you'll be doing on the Big Ten games coming up here. Another job that has opened up the road is Indiana. Mike Woodson obviously said he is going to be stepping down. What are some names that you think would be the right fit for that job, and some names that you think you will definitely be linked to, that'll be linked to?
I'm not in the personnel business,
Right.
I just... whoever, it's the thing about Indiana, they've lost their luster, so they've got to worry about getting that back. It's, in their minds, maybe they're still a blue blood, but they just haven't been as consistent the last couple of years. So, I'm sure it's going to be coveted by a lot of people. Names are bandied about, but I sort of stay out of that game.
Bill Raftery joining us now on the V Show. Last one for me, Raph. I know you got a tight window, so I don't want to keep you too long. But Pops recently caught up with Mark Pope. He had the Mizzou UK game last weekend. And Mark Pope's been a proponent of this, and they talked a little bit about it. But not just expanding, not expanding the tournament field, but expanding the length of the season and having more games be played. So two-parter for you, Bill. Do you want to expand the tournament, and do you think the college basketball season should be elongated a little bit with more games played?
It's not relevant what I think, but they are addressing it at the upper echelon of the NCAA hierarchy with the networks. I don't think it'll be a large number if they do it. It's just, I think it'll be I don't want to say a token move forward, but it will be a limited numbers. I don't think that would change too much. But, it's poking it, seeing if the networks would bite. If it's more money, it's something to be considered by the universities, obviously.
Bill Raftery, this is just an honor to talk to you and have you on the show. I know you probably wanted to play with Pops instead, but
no, say hello to everybody.
We love you, man, and we'll be watching and listening throughout this March Madness, and just have some great calls, and we really appreciate it, man.
Have a ball, Nick. Great to chat with you, pal. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Raph.
Take care, Raph. Thanks. Oh, man, that was fun.
Little onions by you.
Onions,
by you. Guest book, and shout out to you. No, it's all right, Hall of Famer legend.